Te manda muchos saludos. Que cómo le haces para tener ese cuerpazo. Amores prohibidos. ¿Qué opinas de los amores prohibidos?
Ya sabes. Ya sabes, ¿por qué me preguntas?
Tampoco. Pero luego muchas veces a lo mejor no es un amor prohibido que porque sea así un amorcillo fuera
de...
Pero a lo mejor...
De justificarlo.
No, muchas veces para la gente una relación puede ser un amor prohibido, ¿no? Aunque realmente no lo sea. No.
No, yo pienso que si cuando están, oh my God, chino, chino, chang.
Chino.
Cuando estás casado es que la fidelidad es una cosa muy, muy importante para mantener. ¿Verdad que sí? Claro que sí. ¿Están de acuerdo conmigo o qué?
Sí, todo el mundo. Los hombres no. Los hombres no estamos de acuerdo, pero bueno. A ver, Floridiana nos pregunta, ¿cómo le haces para tener ese cuerpazo? ¿Qué tanto de ejercicio haces?
Nada.
¿Nada? ¿De veras?
Nada de ejercicio. Yo creo que mi ejercicio arriba del foro, bailando y todo con el grupo, mi grupo Los Dinos. Y yo sí iba a hacer todo. Pero cuando llegué me dijeron, oye, vas a decir algunas líneas, Y es like, ok, pues ¿dónde está el script? Pues no hay un script, lo van a poner la apuntadora en el oído y y repetir las líneas. Y yo estaba como que me dio tanta vergüenza porque yo estaba entre actores y actrices. Y pues salió ok. Yo pienso que yo puedo ser un poquito mejor con un poquito de experiencia.
¿Te gusta la actuación?
Me encanta. La verdad, yo tengo un gran respeto ahorita para los actores y actrices porque es mucho trabajo, mucho trabajo.
Ahora, ¿de qué manera has pensado a lo mejor prepararte para ser una mejor actriz?
Bueno, me gustaría tomar clases de actuación y pues nomás practicar un poquito, ensayar. ¿Cómo se dice?
Memorizar.
Gracias. Las niñas.
Vean ustedes. Y también estábamos hablando de otras cosas. Me estabas preguntando que tú no perdonarías a un hombre infiel.
No.
¿No?
No.
¿Bajo ninguna circunstancia?
No.
Aunque no eres como... Hay una canción de Pablo Milanés que dice, la prefiero compartida antes que vaciar mi vida. ¿Tú no eres de esa manera de pensar?
No, porque yo pienso que cuando te casas con una persona es un paso muy serio. Y la infidelidad es una cosa, pues, yo no perdida, porque hay muchas epidemias, ¿correcto? Diseases como el SIDA y es mucho peligro. Por solo una noche de fun, como dicen.
Pero a lo
No
mejor
creo.
si nada más, o sea, no ya tan...
Si yo puedo ser fiel, mi esposo también. ¿Por qué
¿Y si
no?
eres fiel?
Sí, claro.
¿De veras?
Sí.
¿Nunca has así ni intentado
No,
así
no,
en tus
no.
tiempos de adolescente y eso?
No.
¿De veras?
De veras, no te miento.
Ahora, fíjate nada más, vamos a poner un caso. Es el hombre de tu vida.
Claro que
El hombre que tú amas y adoras y quieres como a nadie has amado en esta vida. Y resulta que pues nada más fue al cine con una amiga, o sea, nada más. Y tú los ves. Ni
Pues,
así, y a lo mejor pues nada más bien portados, pero fueron al cine así como...
Si es mi amor, si es el amor de mi vida, no va a salir con otra muchacha al cine, puede ir conmigo, ¿no?
Ahora, ¿ha sido difícil para ti a lo mejor encontrar un poquito el amor con este ritmo de trabajo tan fuerte que llevas?
No, y déjame explicar por qué. Mi esposo toca la guitarra en el grupo y tenemos la misma meta con la música. Nos encantamos. Tenemos ¿cómo se dice? Un mismo amor aparte y afuera del matrimonio y afuera de la música. Y eso es lo más importante de tener esa amistad, también comunicación entre un matrimonio.
Eso es a lo que quería precisamente llegar. El hecho de trabajar, en este caso con tu esposo, que se estén viendo todo el tiempo, tanto en el escenario como en casa, ¿cómo le hacen para que a lo mejor los problemas que hay entre Selena y el guitarrista, digamos, o bueno, el director del grupo, no trasciendan a casa?
Bueno, no peleamos tanto. No peleamos tanto. Peleamos mucho, no. Estoy jugando. No, es que la cosa entre nosotros es que somos opuestos en el sentido, yo tengo un carácter muy fuerte y él es opuesto de mí. Es muy tranquilo, no es celoso, yo tampoco. Es que nosotros éramos amigos antes que nos casamos y eso es muy importante. Él entendí que eso era mi trabajo y hombres que me acercaba para dar un besito, tomar fotos, pues él ya sabe que es parte de mi trabajo. Y tiene mucha fe. Yo no doy razón a él para tener celos o envidia.
Claro, es parte muy importante. La señorita Mari López te manda muchísimos saludos, que estás muy guapa, que cantas muy bien también.
Hey, 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 it's Tia, baby. And I am back with another video. So, I watched part 2 yesterday, and I had some revelations about it. Now, I know I spoke about this rumor a few years ago in a video, and I basically was responding to another YouTuber who had claimed or allegedly claimed that Selena indeed had an affair with the doctor, and I immediately did a video responding to it, denying those rumors. And because I felt strongly about her not having an affair. Now, after I've looked at part 2, do I believe that she had an affair with the doctor? I will say this, and this doesn't mean that I am not a fan of Selena. I am still a fan of Selena, regardless of if she did or did not. I'm going to be honest, 100% honest. When those accusations came out and I listened to certain videos and sources that indeed said that she had an affair and all of that, I'm not going to lie. A part of me felt like deep down she did. Why? Because everybody's capable of cheating. No matter how good of a life you try to live, no matter if you live a not so good life, everyone is capable of cheating. And if everyone has not cheated in their lifetime, at least everyone has thought about it. So I'm not going to put it past her that she didn't cheat, because she is human. She's not perfect, and we all thought about it, even if we didn't. Do I really believe that she had an affair with that Dr. Ricardo Martinez? I mean, looks can be deceiving. Yes, we can look at this man and say she will never, ruin her marriage over someone that looks like an ogre, because that's exactly what he looks like. He looks like Shrek to me. But eyes are in the beauty of the beholder. We all may say, yes, he looks like somebody chewed him up and spit him out, especially compared to Chris. But there are a lot of people, and to be honest, when men cheat and they cheat on their spouses or their girlfriends, they always end up cheating on them with someone that look less attractive to what they normally date, or less attractive than their spouse or their girlfriends. And it happens frequently. And because this has happened to me before, I now understand why a lot of men or people cheat on someone that looks less attractive than the person that they are with. Because they don't look at that person as the person that they cheat on. The other woman or the other man, they don't seek out attraction. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they just seek out attention, affection. So sometimes people aren't looking out to cheat. Something in their relationship may have been lacking. They didn't notice that it was lacking, or they wasn't paying attention to it lacking, or they straight up ignored it, and they met someone not intending to cheat. And I'm not saying this is always accurate. In some cases, I'm saying that when they are with someone that is the other woman or the other man, they're with them to fill the void that is missing in their relationship. So they're not always necessarily looking for someone that's attractive, because they have someone attractive in their life, their woman or their man or their husband or their wife. They're looking for what's missing in the relationship. If it's not being met in the relationship, they're looking for that in someone else. So that explains why certain people sometimes, when men or women cheat, they cheat with someone that's less attractive. So I'm not saying she cheated, but if she did, we cannot go based on the fact that, oh, she didn't cheat because look at him, he looks this way and Chris looks that way. She could have it could have been something in this man that that he filled a void of, that Chris did not get right in a relationship, in their marriage, or they neglected in their marriage. I don't know. It could have been something. She has stated that Chris is more calm, she has a dominating personality. I have a dominating personality. So I understand that. I really do have a strong personality. So I get that. Me and her are alike in that way. When we have our mindset on something, we're going to do it. And if somebody stands in our way, we going to do it. And they might get bitten, not literally bitten, but, metaphorically bitten if they try to stand in our way. So that is something that me and her are similar. We do have very strong personalities. Wizzo, she stated in the interview that Chris is the opposite. He is more calm. He is more relaxed, more, go with the flow. And that could be something that she likes, but it also could be something that she doesn't like sometimes. Maybe sometimes when she wants him to be firm and assertive, he isn't. And that may annoy her, or that may make her feel like, do you really even care? And sometimes, and I get that, because that's how my son's father is sometimes. He is very dominant, but he can sometimes be very too calm in certain things. And I'm like, and sometimes I question it, like, why are you always so calm? It comes off like you don't care, or it makes me feel worse as a person because I'm feeling and you like So maybe that annoyed her at times, and maybe she found that in the doctor. I'm not saying that this is true. I'm just saying these are reasons why certain people cheat, because it's something that's missing in their main relationship that they're seeking out in someone else. And that's the cowardly way. That is the cowardly way, and that's anybody that cheats. That is the cowardly way of trying to fill a void when all you gotta, because you're afraid or you don't feel like doing the work in your actual relationship. I have cheated before. So that's why I say you can't put it past anyone. If those that really know me would be, don't see me as a person that would cheat, because I'm really not. I'm not a person. I didn't even think I was capable of doing that, cheating at one point. But I did, because something was missing in the relationship that I spoke on, but it wasn't being handled at that time or on a consistent basis. And I was also at a vulnerable moment at that time, and I didn't make good choices back then. This was I cheated like almost 20 years ago. It still doesn't make it right. And that's why I'm saying you can't put it past anybody, because if people that really know me wouldn't think that I would do that, would cheat, and I have. Now, I have also been cheated on by my son's father. And we have been together for a very long time. Very long time. Over 2 decades. And even though I had it in my mind that, oh, he probably cheating, because I have been in a relationship prior to him where it was infidelity. And so because I didn't heal from that, and I ended one relationship and got into a relationship with my son's father, I didn't use that period to heal And so I brought old wounds and old insecurities and things into our relationship. And I immediately, always assumed that he was cheating, and he really wasn't. Until till years later, he cheated. I found out he cheated. Years down the line, I found out he cheated. And he cheated for a very long time because he just, got tired of being compared to someone from my past and being accused of cheating when he really wasn't. And that's no excuse. If you felt that much, pressure or that much hurt from from me comparing and all of that and accusing you, he could have left. But he didn't. He took the cowardly way and cheated. And so, and I was shocked when he actually told me everything. I was shocked because even though I had it in my mindset that he was cheating, because I was protecting my own heart from, not being hurt again, because I've been hurt by an ex. So I just had it in my mind, okay, all men cheat or he's cheating, because just to secure my heart, because I've been cheated on too many times by my ex, not my my son's father, but my ex before him. And so when he told me everything that went down, I was really shocked. Like, you actually did cheat, even though he didn't cheat during those times that I accused him, but he eventually did, and what he did was shocking. I did not expect that. And even his family, when he finally told his family about what he did, and some of his friends, they were shocked. They didn't think that he was, capable of doing doing that, because he's always the one that, sits out and don't do stuff like that. So that's why I say you can't put it past anyone. She may look and present herself one way, but we don't know how she is behind closed doors. We don't know how she and Chris' relationship really was behind closed doors. We can only go by what she says. We can only go by what Chris says. We can only go by what her family says. We don't really know really what happened. And we don't really deserve to know what happened between it, because it's not our business technically, because that's her personal life. But do I really believe that she cheated 100%? No, I don't believe it. But a part of me, but if it was true, but a part of me deep down believed that she probably did something, because we are human. It happens. I hope it is not, but it happens. Sorry about that. So yeah, I don't think that it was to the extent that Yolanda was claiming, that it was, they were XCXing, it was a tape involved. And if what she was saying about when they went to Monterey and she saw them holding hands and kissing, I believe that it wasn't like she saw it. From the outside looking in, she's probably like, well, you're married. Why are you letting him kiss on you? But of course, she said in the documentary that she saw them kissing, like it was consensual, like they were both kissing each other. Now, in my mind, this is something I just thought about. If there were some indiscretion going on, I believe it was some flirtation. Meaning, Selena is already a flirtatious type of woman, so that's natural to her. But in her mind, it's not. It's nothing more than that. It's just her just being friendly. But I think in this situation, if this were allegedly true, I think she did, may have flirted with him knowing that he liked her. And she just playing the game so she can get this business on and popping in Monterey. She was just doing her job. Doesn't make it right if that were to be true. But I feel like it wasn't coming from a place where she's trying to be unfaithful to her husband. I think she just, I know he likes me. It don't take a rocket science to figure that out. I'm trying to get my business booming in Monterey. And so if he wanna, hold my hand or kiss me on a cheek or on my hand or on my neck, I'm gonna just let him do it. That doesn't make it right, but I'm saying I think that's the mindset she was, Selena was doing or thinking, allegedly, if that was true. But when Londa's the outside person looking in, seeing that, she's like, well, why? Question, why would she allow that, knowing she's married? And so she looking at it on a different way. But Selena is probably looking at it on a business standpoint, like, like I said, like he likes me, I know it. I'm gonna let him, innocently, let him, kiss me right here, right there. I know my limits, just so I can get his support in the business. That's where I think it was coming from, allegedly, if that were to be true. I don't think she was intending to be unfaithful. I don't think she was intending to sleep with him. One, because she is so against being having STDs. Yeah, protection and stuff was around back then, but still, I think she was too scared to receive an STD, and that's one reason why she didn't. I don't believe she slept with him. Another reason is because she is a married woman and he is a married man, and I believe she respects that. I honestly don't think he's her type, but then again, it don't have to be based on looks. It can be something about him that drawn to her. We don't know, but that's my standpoint on, when Yolanda was trying to say she saw them kissing and holding hands. I think it was not what she thought it was, as I explained. Now, overall, when it was said that the doctor on the stand said that they didn't have any relationships outside of the business aspect, he said that in the court. Now, he could go to jail for that, because if he lied on the stand saying that they didn't have a relationship and then you turn around and said you did, so that means you lied. That means you committed perjury. So that's jail time. Why is he not in jail? If he sat there, even if it was 10 years later, 12 years later, or 2 minutes later, the fact that you publicly stated that you indeed had a relationship, alleged relationship with Selena, and y'all did this and this and this, but on the stand in the court, in front of the law, you said you didn't. So therefore, he should be serving jail time because you committed perjury. That could be also a thing that, can say that it didn't happen, because he know very much well that if he gets on the stand and lie, that he could be committed with perjury and he can serve jail time. And then you come out and was brave enough to come out and basically say you lied and that you actually did have a relationship. Why is he still not in jail? Why? Because he's in Mexico? I mean, Mexico has U.S. border, and I believe that it still applies. You lied under oath. If that is the truth, if that is what it is, if he's indeed saying that he indeed had some type of alleged affair with her. But why wait 12 years later to say that? Nobody was holding you hostage, or, nobody. So, in saying that, and then he's applying that they gave themselves to each other completely in his mind, I don't believe that they slept with each other. I think he may have dreamt that, and he wanted that, and he probably thought he could get that because she allowed him to, allegedly probably kiss her on the neck, on the hand, on the cheek, and he, he's older, so he probably think if she's allowing me to kiss her on her hand or her cheek or hold her hand, that she must feel the same way I feel about her. And so he probably took that and ran with it and, made some like accusations and thought that, oh, I think that she's in love with me just as much as I'm in love with her. I don't think that that's the case. I think if anything, I think she was playing her cards right, but in a wrong way by, I'm trying to get this business deal. If you, a little flirtation ain't going to hurt nobody. I think that was her mindset, if that was to be true. But we don't know. Like I said, if she did allegedly have an affair, we cannot put anything past her or anybody, because everybody's capable of doing that. Everybody's capable of thinking about cheating, actually cheating, or cheated in the past or whatever. It has happened. Everyone has thought about it or done it. And I'm sorry to repeat myself, but I think I need to repeat myself, because I'm not going to say, oh, she would never. I can't say that anymore, because that's happened to me. And I thought he could never. I thought I could never, and I've done it. So you can't say that about people, because you just never know. But we will hope that she didn't, because of the lengths and the risk that she took to be with Chris. Why would you want to mess that up and deal with somebody who is married and have their own baggage? Makes no sense. And destroy she already put her career at risk when she went out and married Chris, because people wanted her to be single, because she was a fantasy to a lot of men and probably some women, who knows. And the fact that they heard that she was married, a lot of men didn't like that, and it kind of messed up her male fan base. But they eventually came around. So why would she already risked that? Why would she risk tarnishing her name by being unfaithful to her own husband with a man who is also married and have kids? That's why I feel like I do not believe that she did that. I don't believe 100% that she did that. Do I believe that she has probably cheated in her lifetime? I'm sure. Just like I'm probably sure Chris had cheated in his lifetime. I'm sure. I mean, he technically did cheat on his girlfriend to be with Selena. He was technically in a relationship. Now, we don't know if he actually was doing stuff with Selena while he was in a relationship. I don't know. We just going by what he said, that he liked Selena while he was in a relationship. They did, well, no, actually he did cheat, because he kissed her. He kissed Selena knowing he was in a relationship, and she knew he was in a relationship. So yeah, they were both wrong for that. I mean, but we all have been there. I was actually still technically in a relationship with my ex when I started seeing my son's father. But I was on the verge of breaking up with my ex because he cheated on me and he got someone pregnant. But he never told me. He kept denying it. But I wanted to wait until he told me the truth before I did anything, made any decisions. Once he told me the truth, I was gone. I just wanted confirmation from him. I didn't need confirmation from the other woman, because she don't matter to me, because I was his girlfriend. I needed confirmation from the guy I was seeing, I was dating, I was with. So once I got that confirmation, I was done, because I wasn't going to be with somebody that, was having a child with somebody else and was cheating and lied to me in my face about it several times before actually telling me the truth. I wasn't going to do that. And then I also started to develop feelings for my son's father. He wasn't my son's father at the time, because we were, this is when we were 8. I was 18, he was 19 when we met. My son wasn't even thought of at the time yet. But my ex had a child outside of our relationship back then. But his daughter is now like 18, I think. So yeah, So it has happened. I was actually still technically in a relationship with my ex when me and my son's father was seeing each other. But the difference was I was going to end that relationship, but it still didn't make it right because I should have ended it anyway. But I needed to know from him, was it true? I didn't need to hear from her because she could be lying. You know, I needed to hear from him, not from her. And once he told me, I was done. And yeah, so that doesn't make it right. And that's why I said what I did didn't make it right. I should have not, well, I should have, you know, I should not have, you know, entertained someone else while I was technically still in a relationship. I shouldn't have, but in my mind, I was like, why should I care? He obviously don't care because I knew deep down he was unfaithful and he got somebody pregnant. But because I wanted to wait for him to be honest with me. That's why. But still, I should have waited until I eventually cut him off before I started, you know, entertaining somebody else. But it wasn't planned. It just happened. Like I didn't even like him, my son's father. I'm not going to say I didn't notice him. I just asked for his phone so I can talk to my ex at the time, you know, about something we were arguing about. And when I got off the phone with him, you know, my son's dad asked me for my number. And he was like, you've been on the phone that long, you might as well put your number in it. And normally I wouldn't give a guy my number. I'm very loyal. But for some reason, I just gave him my number. It was something about him. And the rest is history. But it still doesn't make it right for me to entertain someone when I was technically in a relationship. Just like it wasn't right for Chris and Selena to be messing around with each other. And knowing that he was in a relationship. But, you know, people do what they do. Because that's just proving that we are all inhuman. I mean, we are not inhuman. We are all imperfect. But we should learn from our mistakes or our poor decisions and not do it again. So, overall, I don't 100% believe that she did anything. But I don't 100% believe that she didn't. Because she's human. That's it, and that's all. And that's my take on it.
Chris Perez.
One word. El amor de mi vida.